Hi everybody, welcome back to Arma Reforger, and got some very exciting news and an exciting little showcase I'm going to show you today, which is a new series of mods that have arrived in the workshop. And this is the ACE mod that's come over from Arma 2 and Arma 3 and has now arrived on Arma Reforger. ACE Anvil, the advanced community environment mod. So we're going to go through some of the features that it has now, and then maybe some of the features that we can look forward to in the future. So the Advanced Combat Environment mod is all about bringing in quality of life changes, improvements, and expanding things into the game. Because I mean, Arma Reforger doesn't look absolutely magnificent. Here we're at a little base. We've got a combination of mods. So there's the M113 mod from Space Strider. There's the Abrams mod, and then we've got vanilla truck over there. We've got our AI NPCs guarding the place. We've got the vanilla Huey over there with people guarding that as well. And let's not forget Xbox. There's my Xbox player there. And in fact, if we jump over to Xbox, so this is the view that my Xbox player has, which looks pretty similar. The resolution isn't quite as good, but it's still very playable, and bodes well for Arma 4. But back to Ace. Let me not digress. So let's start off with the compass. This is a really simple one. So if you bring up the compass and then ADS, you can see by tapping the right mouse button, you can see we've got the actual coordinate there on the screen. So if you're on the radio, you want to give exact coordinates, enemy at 147, you could do that as well. Now this is very cool. Let's have a look at chopping trees down. So if we get our spade out, with 0, well, that's what I've got bound to at the moment on my computer. If we go up to a bush, we can now remove the bush. Now this is a really big thing in Arma 3 when you're playing, especially when you're playing PvE multiplayer, something like the Prairie Fire Mike Force Vietnam mod on Arma 3, because what will happen is you'll set up a FOB, a forward operating base, kind of like this, and then what you'll want to do is clear lines of sight for firing lines of sight around the area. And so one of the jobs you can do is you wander out like an engineer, I guess, and you're clearing all the bushes and all the trees out of the way so that the people in the FOB can see the enemies coming, and it just adds that extra little bit of immersion and realism. And also I think it's really important to have lots of different jobs for people to do, so that you can wander off, and instead of just having to wait and shoot enemies, maybe you're not very good with a shot, you can run off and you can chop down the foliage so that your colleagues and your teammates can have a clear line of sight. So not only that, but we can build trenches. Now this is really cool, isn't it? Because you can imagine when you're first taking an enemy base, like in conflict, what happens is you take it and you can't build stuff until all of the enemies are gone, and often they'll start attacking. But what you can do with this is, again, if you get your entrenching tool out, and what you have to do, actually, let me just come out of it. You press and hold R, and that's how you normally would inspect your weapon, and then this little blueprint pops up of a trench. And then we can tap R to place it, and then F to build it. Ooh, if I press the right button. And we have, there we go. Let's put another one there. And very quickly, I have got a mod on that makes building faster, so that might be making this a little bit faster than it is. But we've got a nice little firing position that we can hide behind, like so. So I think that is very cool indeed. We can do a tactical point. Now this should be in the game, but for some reason it isn't. So if I'm looking in a particular direction, I think it's Control and the tilde button. Is it? There we go. And then we can do a tactical point, and then people would see that. People near me would then see that, so you can then point at stuff. Now, what this could, it's not just useful for pointing out enemies in a situation where nobody's on the radio, but also you can use this then to like, or you would be able to use this with compatible mods that would like control the AI. So you could say, look, I want you to go over there, you know, and then the AI would wander off over there. So that's pretty cool as well. There's something called backblast as well. And the idea with backblast, and I don't know, let's see. I've had a go at getting this working, but I haven't been able to get it working. The idea is that when you fire a rocket, there's a danger zone behind you that could kill friendly. So let's see if I can kill my Xbox buddy. Alright, yeah, he definitely took a bit of damage there, didn't he? Check injuries. There we go. So he's got heavy bleeding. So we should probably not try and kill him. Okay, I think he has to sort himself out, doesn't he? Because he's not lying on the ground. But what we can do now is, if someone is injured and lying on the ground, like this. Let's go into Game Master. So let's choose this guy. And let's take his health right down. There we go. Right, so he's now incapacitated. I can go up, and I have the option in my to carry him.
Atlas, white, 2, 1.
Oh, he's dead.
Blue on blue. Check your fucking
Oops, I didn't do that fast enough. Let's do this. Can I still carry a dead body? No. Let's go and find someone else. They can be my... who isn't bleeding. Right, here we are. Stephen King down here. Sorry, mate, you're about to demo something, so let's go into Game Master. Okay. Edit properties. Override health. Save and close. There we go. So he's fallen down. So now I can run up to this guy, and I get the option. Oh, I'm already... ah, right. So we've got a bit of a glitch here, haven't we? Ah, right. Okay, left control and X. Okay, so we found a little bit of a bug there, haven't we? So that's not particularly great. But what we can do, actually, if we jump on over to the Xbox and then respawn there, what we should be able to do, so we're on the Xbox now. Oh no, if it's going to show me, let's have a look. So I think what happened there was the character died as I was trying to pick him up, didn't he? Okay, so let's have a look. So check injuries, carry. There we go. And then if we go back to third person, we can see. Now the idea with this is you would then take the person to somewhere safe to get them out of the line of fire so you could treat them. Or if there was an ambulance nearby that couldn't get close because of enemy fire, that sort of stuff. So it's RB and B to drop. And then we could check his injuries. Now this is from vanilla now, isn't it? Right, I think it's because I injured this guy in Games Master. He's probably needs fixing in Games Master as well. It's probably overriding something. So let's go into there. Let's go back into Game Master. Come over here, Game Master. And it would be most unfair if we didn't bring this guy back to life. There we go. There we go. He's feeling a little bit better. He's managed to get up. So we've got the carrying, we've done the chopping, we've got the compass bearer, we've done the finger. Oh, right, medical. So the other thing that they do as well is they've changed the medical stuff. so that it's harder to die. So you know when you're running around and you're fighting and you die without going unconscious, they've kind of given us a second chance, so that if I get shot, as long as I don't get shot in the head, you can get up now, Stephen, it's okay. As long as I don't get shot in the head, what will happen is that I will go unconscious. So you're less likely to die in a combat situation. However, it does take you longer to heal. In fact, what's probably best if we come out of this and we actually look at their description of how this works. So if we go to medical. ACE Medical in its first iteration tries to address some of the shortcomings of the vanilla medical system, most notably that players die too easily and get healed too fast. The former is addressed by introducing a second chance that keeps players from dying outright without falling unconscious. The latter is addressed by removing the healing effect of morphine, which in return increases the importance of medical kits. Wounds can cause pain, which is visible through a white flash screen effect and can be treated with morphine. Epinephrine injector, that's adrenaline. Yellow cap, which speeds up wake up of incapacitated units. Supply usage medical kits and healing power outside of medical facilities can be configured by the server. So I guess you could change how much a medic could heal someone unless they're in like a medic tent or an ambulance or something like that. Note that ACE Medical currently only affects players but not AI. Oh, right, that's interesting. So, second chance. Second chance gets triggered when a player would have been killed without falling unconscious first. Instead of dying, the player will stay alive with 1 horsepower. 1 horsepower? 1 health point. On the other hand, natural recovery from this state is very slow, up to 10 minutes, without epinephrine. Second chance is deactivated for headshots. So, yeah, it's quite interesting, because again, if you're in a situation, I think, where you've had to travel a long way to get into the fight, and it's going to take you a long way to get into the fight. You can't spawn into the fight. The role of medics then becomes really important, doesn't it? Because they can run around giving people epinephrine, healing people, using medic kits on them to get them back into the fight. And again, it's another role that you can have. So there we go. So we covered some of the main things that are in, or I think we've covered all of the things that are in ACE right now. But remember, I'm recording this video at the beginning of April 2024. This will be a very fast-moving mod as things get added into it. So let's go and have a look at some of the things that the guys over at ACE have got to say. So, will ACE Anvil port everything from ACE 3 to Arma Reforger? This mostly depends when Arma 3 will be released, when it will be a playable state, and how easy it will be to port things between Arma Reforger and Arma 4. Just like Bohemian Interactive, we want to treat Arma Reforger as a test platform for the Infusion engine. And I think we can agree, you know, just looking at that simple gameplay of running around at that base, Reforger is looking pretty damn good, isn't it, on PC and on Xbox. However, since ACE 3 was initially released in 2015 and was based on even older projects, it's unlikely that ACE Anvil will reach feature parity before the team's transition to Arma 4. So they're basically saying, look, Arma 4, I mean, in my opinion, Arma 4 is probably going to come out end of 2024, 2024 Christmas or 2025. And they said, look, we haven't got enough time to do everything. And there's a link to contribute as well. So then the connect question is, so what was in ACE 3? So what could be coming over to ACE Anvil in Reforger, and then I guess it'd be ACE 4 for Arma 4. Well, let's so what I'll do is I'll put links to all of this stuff in the description below this video. So as you can see, the full version of ACE has got an awful lot of things in it. Now remember, a lot of these things will be introduced into the vanilla game for Arma Reforger and Arma 4 as well. So yeah, I don't know, captives, there we go, what we got. Take captives, introduces a captivity system, load and unload captives from vehicles, so taking prisoners. Fast roping, possibility of fast roping insertions from helicopters. Hunter-killer, allows a gunner and commander to reserve and remote control the other's weapon to their own target. What else have we got? Sitting, has the ability to sit on chairs. So there's many fantastic things here that alter the strategic and tactical gameplay for Arma 3 in terms of realism and quality of life. So it's very exciting indeed that the ACE team are coming over to Reforger. Thank you very much, chaps. I must admit, I'm not that I don't know that much about the Arma modding community, so I don't know any names or anything like that, but I'm very excited about what you're doing, because I think, as you can see, Arma Reforger is looking absolutely fantastic. In fact, let's finish this off by jumping back over to the Xbox, because I think this is what's very impressive. This kind of signals Bohemia Interactive's idea for, you know, when Arma 4 comes, they want to have it on console. I mean, this is running on an Xbox Series S. Okay, so it's only running at like 30 frames a second, and it's a little bit juddery, but you know, we have got a beautiful looking game here, and we've got mods in game. I mean, this Abrams tank, that is a mod. You know, this M113 APC, that's a mod, but look how good it looks. They're from the Space Strider, by the way, if I hadn't said already. It looks absolutely magnificent, doesn't it? And of course, we've got flyable helicopters. So this looks not only good for Arma 4, but I tell you what, it looks exciting for DayZ as well, doesn't it? DayZ 2, or DayZ Infusion, as it may well be. And that's actually, that is a mod that puts the guns on the helicopters. That's not in vanilla quite yet. Okay, so anyway, that's enough from me. Hopefully you find this video useful. Very exciting to see what ACE brings to Reforger next, what ACE Anvil brings to Reforger next. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit like, if you want to see more, press subscribe, and I will of course see you again soon.